Hello,
welcome
hi.
to the love seat. Let me just
Hello.
turn this down. Fantastic. Right, so we've never met before.
No.
And today's the first time with me. So tell me a little bit about your hair.
So I've always been blonde, even
Okay.
though it's a darker mousy blonde underneath. I've
Right.
always had it like this.
Okay.
I'm used to it. I've tried to go on some undertones to give it more different colours, but I always find I feel a bit more dull
Yes.
with it. I know it's a bit bizarre, but as I'm so blonde all the time. But I'm getting married on April 11th.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes, only a small registry wedding,
Yeah.
but still. And I was thinking it'd be nice to have just still blonde, but maybe, I don't know, maybe so you could see a bit more in it. You can still see something here. I've used like the blue, is it the blue Redken?
Oh, the blue shampoo.
Yeah, just to take a bit of the brassiness out of it
Okay.
sometimes, because obviously it goes like that a lot being so blonde.
Yeah.
But these are highlights. It's not a complete.
It's not a
tint.
complete tint.
Yeah.
And this color was done maybe about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, spot on.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how often do you normally have your color done?
Every 8 weeks.
Every 8 weeks.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So looking at the hair, so you've actually got, well, not that I can see much white hair in there.
Tiny bit here.
Yeah, so you can see, yes, actually when I lift that up, you can see a little bit through there. But I think on the whole, so if it was me doing your hair, I would almost allow some of your natural color to come through a lot more. Now, on hair like this, I don't actually like to low light that because it does become murky. And you're 100% right when you mention, you feel that the hair becomes a bit more dull
Yes,
through that.
yeah.
Now, the first thing that when I look at you, you are bright.
Yes.
The eyes are bright. You've got obviously the eyeliner makes the eye skin, but you are golden. So when we look at the skin tone, I think I would almost say says this color does actually look very good on you. However, the thing is when we have so much color, it can actually age us because even though people can see you blonde, they probably think you're gray and you're trying to do this, which is the thing that we want to move away from. Now, if you just tilt your head slightly forward for people to see, so you can see a little shadow there, but I actually think, bring it up as you see, I actually think what I would do is almost color your hair in a diamond shape, where the front there, that you see in front of my fingers, that needs to stay light and blonde, but then this here needs to be darker.
Ah, because it is very dark on the back there, isn't it? Where you've got a low crown.
Which actually, now you see, but this is the thing where a lot of blondes, they struggle with, because people think that in order to be blonde, I need to have more blonde.
Yeah.
And that's not right. In order to be blonde, you need to have blonde in the right places. Because if I take that hair and I put it there, it doesn't look that blonde because there's no contrast. But if I take that and I do that, it looks very blonde. Now, I'm not saying you should be as dark as I am, but your natural color is actually a very nice color. But as a canvas rather than as a all over color. So you can be very blonde everywhere that's below my fingers, very blonde from there, but having that little bit of depth in there. So I would say, if you were my client, I would say to you 8 weeks on the base that you are is too regular coloring.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know, hairdressers may shoot me for saying this. You may come every 8 weeks and we'll just do the front bits. But the challenge would be is because you have been highlighted classically like this for a very long time, if that's something you would be able to bear looking at. Because a lot of people want to be blonde all the time. And the problem with being blonde to the root, it starts looking like a wig. It starts looking like it becomes very dense. And the same thing with with us that's darker. If you think about a natural brunette, so my hair's not colored, I have got up to 17 different shades of brunette in my hair naturally. That's what makes it gives it highs and lows and makes it pop. A brunette, a blonde, has got up to 23 different shades of blonde in the hair.
Wow.
Because of the highlights, you've got different shades to about there, but then through there, you're pretty one color. So it's almost like a tint. So you almost will be better off doing a tint because it will do the same thing. So for me, I will go in with a lot less highlights. I will focus on when you have what you can see when you look in the mirror, keep that very bright.
Yes.
So tonally, I don't think you need to change. I think
Yeah.
it's very good in the eye color. I
Yeah.
think it's but you can definitely do with more depth through the root area.
And that won't look strange having like brighter here and darker.
No, because we'll still have some highlights in there.
Yes.
So it still needs to be connected. It's not
Yeah.
like we're just going to leave you to grow out.
Yes.
But at the moment, when I look at this, so I can see, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, about 15 foils just in that area,
Yeah.
which is actually quite a lot for that space.
Yeah.
Where you could probably get 7 foils in that area, allow the natural color to come out, and you'll actually look blonder. You would feel the hair will be a lot more dimension.
Yeah.
But what I would say is if you bring in low lights going through there to do that, it makes it difficult because you don't want to make the rest of the hair go murky, because low
Yeah.
lighting does
Yeah.
fade.
Yeah.
I would say this is what we do is we put the blonde in, and then the same blonde needs to be picked up every single time.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? Picking up the same ones, because sometimes it's just very random, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it needs to be the same
Yeah.
foil formation,
Yes.
the same hair that's been picked up every single
Yes.
time, so that we don't lose that definition.
Yes.
Because as soon as a single strand of hair is touched by color, it will always go lighter. No matter if it's dark, whatever color it is, it will always eventually go lighter,
Yeah.
because you've affected the melanin. So if they color one hair today, but in 8 weeks' time they color a different one, and there's a little bit of growth, all of it starts merging
Yes.
into one.
Makes
And
sense.
that's basically, but on the whole, do I think you're going to leave looking less blonde? No.
Yeah.
Do I think your blonde needs more strategic placing? 100%.
Yeah.
And that will definitely make a
Yeah,
big difference.
agreed, yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah, and so I would actually say I'm actually going to do very little color today. I'm purely going to focus just on the top bit. We'll do very few highlights, a little bit of low lighting, very subtly, on par with your natural color.
Yeah.
So not darker than that, but only for like a little bit.
Yeah,
And
I like
just
it.
start blending it through. You'll get an idea of where we're going for it,
Yeah.
and then that kind of will transition into what the next colors would be. But I think you'll need highlights in the front 8 weeks, but you'll need highlights through here maybe every 4 months.
Right.
Maybe 3 centimeters, maybe 12 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where I would say starting to get it in.
Yes,
And
yeah.
once you do go grey, I would actually, on the bits where you are white, because you can see
Yeah.
where you are silver, the silver there is much harsher on the skin, where
Yes,
this is
you're right,
golden.
yeah.
But as soon as I take that away and that's more
Yeah.
white, that is too light on the skin.
Yeah.
So it actually washes you out. So we
Yes.
want to have a little bit of depth. So I will go in and put depth in
Yeah,
that with
yeah.
just a demi-permanent color through
Yes.
that. Very, very soft on a level 8, and soften that through, and it'll make the eyes pop as well. Because the key thing, also if we look at your eye color,
Yeah.
when you take your makeup off and you take a photo, the eyes will not be as bright as what they are now, because at the moment you've got eyeliner on, so you've got
Yeah.
the frame around it on with the mascara, and that makes the eyes pop the eyes out.
Yeah.
We know with that, that's almost doesn't wash the eye out as much as I would think it would, but just that little bit of depth, you just frame it a little bit more,
Yeah, yeah.
gives it a little
Totally.
bit more interest in there as well. Right,
Yeah.
and then for the haircuts,
So, I think I would like something it's very strict, like a cut, a proper. Shall I get my phone?
Yes,
Or
let's
just-
have a look.
Can you pause it?
yeah, let's have a look.
Because I know it's so difficult to explain, isn't it? So I thought it'd be easier to
I love a photo. I know other
Yeah.
hairdressers don't love photos. I love a photo.
just like cut a blunt cut, but I know
Lovely.
it's not always. Well, it's not too bad, is it? Because it's got to be straight here, and I like a fringe because
Yeah.
it covers my lines here.
It's free Botox.
I like that. But yeah, and then maybe so blunt cuts for day to day. But
Yeah.
then I don't know how on a wedding day whether I don't know maybe just a
Bit of a bend in there.
yeah, and then I don't know I'll be able to get here then, but I can show
Yeah.
just for the actual day to
Yeah,
have
yeah.
it blowed
Styled.
and styled. That's
Yeah.
the word for it. Yeah.
Now, okay, so the first thing that I see, let's have a quick look at you facially. Okay, so you're not completely round, but you do go slightly rounder with the
Yeah.
face shape, but you are what we call very small.
Yes.
So as soon as I do this, all of a sudden the face
It's
opens
bigger,
up.
yeah.
It opens up. Now, what happens is, I do like the fringe on you because it's very good on the eyes. I think the fringe for me personally here
Yeah.
is too wide, because you see, if I bring the hair back, so people always think that fringes start from there to there, but actually the fringe starts from above the pupil and pupil. That is fringe.
Yeah.
So technically, that should be fringe.
Yeah.
Now, it's not wrong what they've done, but they've given you something a lot more fashion driven. So when that hair drops, because of the shape of the head, it actually falls into the hairline
Yeah.
there. So which means that hair is supposed to give you a gap, fill it up through there. So I would actually grow some of the sides out, which will actually make it open up you even more, because at the moment, this makes it quite a bit square
Yes,
on you,
yeah.
but slightly rounded will create the illusion of more height, which will open you up. So then the fringe will work better, technically. But also, I think for me, that on you is very, so with a small face, you want to create volume
Yes.
through there, where at the moment, that actually looks very flat because this is very long.
Yeah.
Now, depending on the length that you feel comfortable with going, but I think probably that's on you would be a very good length to go to.
Could have gone a little bit longer,
Like-
purely on the basis
For
that
the wedding.
Yeah, because what if I'm sure I will.
Yes.
But what if I don't? And that it's only 6 weeks away.
Yes. So I would say then let's put it about there. But I actually think short on you
Yes.
is better.
Yeah.
It will open up the face. It will, but obviously
Yes.
the wedding in mind.
I know,
will do
I
that.
know.
So I'd say bring it so it doesn't flick on the shoulder. It needs
Yeah.
to sit kind of just there.
Yeah.
That will give you a good indication of where we're going.
Yeah.
And giving it a bit of lift. But that photo I think will work very well. In fact, I think
There's some
How-
others as well that actually show, you know, like you were talking about the, not that one. See how that one?
yes.
So
So,
that
that's
is-
exactly what you see, because instantly it pulls the eye up.
Yeah.
So it doesn't do that on her. The softness actually pulls the eye up, so it gives
Yeah.
you that shape
Yeah.
rather than that shape. So you can actually, you know, at the moment you've got that,
Yeah.
and what we want to do is
Right.
that.
So that, yeah. Yeah. The thing is, you always get pulled in by the prettiness of the face as well, don't you?
yes.
Think, oh yeah,
well,
I
I
like
think
that.
she is AI.
Do you know what? So many now. I've definitely noticed that.
But you see, so her colouring is not right for you because that's too honey.
Yes.
But the depth in there, that
Yeah.
effect is very good. But you showed me one earlier, like
Yeah.
that. Obviously, her base is quite a bit darker than what
Yeah.
you are. You can also see the eyebrows are darker.
Yeah.
But on the whole, that concept is where we're going to go, and in a
Yeah.
much paler
Yeah.
fashion,
Yeah.
which will work really well.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it. It's just something because I always have it like this.
Yeah.
Always. So.
But your hair is
different.
very silky, so I can feel that. It doesn't have a natural kink in it.
A little bit at the back.
Rough, yeah,
Yeah.
because I can't see, but it will be
Yeah.
a big difference. Fabulous.
Yeah.
Let's get cracking
Yeah.
on.
Wonderful.